नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नम ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So we are on the third day of our Rath Yatra series, and today we will read from Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila, chapter 13, the chapter entitled The Ecstatic Dancing of the Lord at Rath Yatra. Sajiyat Krishna Chaitanya Sri Rathagre Nanarthaya Yenasi Jagatam Chitram Jagannathopi Vismitaha. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whose dancing was so ecstatic that even Lord Jagannath was astonished to see that dance. Jaya Shrota Gana Shuna Kori Ekaman Rathayatra Nritya Prabhur Parama Mohan. Kaviraj Goswami is first of all acknowledging all the hearers and is saying, Jaya Shrotagan, all of you who are hearing this pastime of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu during Rath Yatra, Shuna Kari Ekman, with one pointed, absorbed attention. Rath Yatra Nritra Prabhu Parama Mohan. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's dancing in Rath Yatra was supremely pleasing to everybody. And therefore, on the early morning of Rath Yatra, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes with his devotees right in front of Simha Dwaram. Many of you may not have personally attended the Rath Yatra at Jagannath Puri. So, after Snan Yatra, then the Lord is inside, recovering from his fever. And then, just before the Rath Yatra, the Lord gives his darshan in what is known as Netrotsava. And then the day after that, we have the Rath Yatra. And on the morning of the Rath Yatra, all the pujaris, the pandas, especially the Daitas, those who are descendants of Vishwavasu, they have been serving the Lord during this period. And so they bring Sudarshan, Subhadra, Baladev, Subhadra and Jagannath ji to the cart by a very, very sweet process which is known as Pahandi. So they pick up the Lord, they tie the Lord with ropes, and then there are cushions below the Lord, and then the Lord is picked up and placed on the ground on a cushioned platform, and then again next and next. So that is known as the Pahandi, and it appears as if the Supreme Lord is drunk, intoxicated by the love of his devotees. Kataka dahita kore skandha alamban, Kataka daita dhari Sri Padma Charan. And some of the Daitas were holding the feet, some were holding the, waist, some were pulling on the rope. Koti tate baddha dhrida sthula patta dhori, duidike daita gana uthaita hadhori. So these Daitas, the pujaris, they were pulling Lord Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra, and the Lord just is lifted up, then he lands on the ground and a thundering sound is made because of the cushions, and the Lord's weight, and dhum, and like that. And so when the Lord comes out, it appears that he is kind of drunk in ecstasy with the love of his devotees and anticipating the love and reciprocation of Srimati Radharani, which he is going to experience in Vrindavan, which is the Gundicha temple. And so you will see that the Daitas, when they are actually pulling Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra, they are completely filled with sweat, and sometimes Lord Jagannath stays at one place and doesn't move in spite of a lot of effort. And then sometimes he suddenly starts moving fast. It's really an amazing scene to actually be there in person to see this. Vishwambara Jagannath ke chalaite pare, apana ichhaye chale, cholite vihare. Vishwambara Jagannath, this is Lord Jagannath, he is Vishwambar, Lord, the maintainer of the entire universe. Ke chalaite pare. Who can actually make the Lord move? Apana ichhaye chole, korite vihare. The Lord moves by his own sweet free will. And therefore, the Lord allows his devotees to pull him, to serve him, to take care of him. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw King Prataparudra Maharaj, after Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra have taken their places in the chariot, and then there are specific pandas who are allotted to Jagannath ji, specific pandas to Baladev ji, specific pandas to Subhadra ji. And then all of them are on this rath. And then finally, after some initial pujas are done, the king comes. And then the king comes and offers puja and sweeps the rath all around. So Mahaprabhu saw this. Chandana jalete pathe, Chandana jalete kare patha nishechane, tuchha seva kare vase, rajasimhasane. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw that King Prataparudra Maharaj, giving up his royal position, he was just sprinkling water, just like a servant, all around the rath. Tuchha seva kore basi, rajasimhasane. And he actually took the position of a humble servant. Uttama hoya raja kare, tuchha sevan, ata eva jagannathir kripar bhajan. So now we saw that the first installment of mercy which Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave to Prataparudra Maharaj was by sending his cloth. The second installment of mercy Mahaprabhu gave was by calling the sun and embracing Prataparudra's son. Now Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has witnessed something which has convinced him that Prataparudra Maharaj needs to be given pure love, prema. Why? Uttama hoya raja kore tuchha sevan. Although the king has an exalted position, but tuchha sevan, he is actually engaged in menial service. Ata eva jagannathir kripar bhajan. And therefore, he has become eligible to receive Lord Jagannath's mercy. Prabhupada gives a very nice lesson. Unless one receives the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he cannot actually engage in his devotional service. Mahaprabhu sukha paila se seva dekhite, Mahaprabhu kripa hoila se seva hoite. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu becomes filled with ecstasy to see Prataparudra Maharaj offering humble menial service. to Lord Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra Mai. And therefore, Sukha Paila. Mahaprabhu experiences great joy by seeing this. And Mahaprabhu Kripa Hoila, Se Seva Hoite. Mahaprabhu decides, I will bestow my mercy upon him. And so, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu makes a note of this. So Prabhupada mentions a very beautiful point. If a devotee accepts Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as the universal Guru and Jagannath as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is benefited by the combined mercy of Krishna and Guru. Rathera sajani loka dekhi loka chamatkar navahe mamaya ratha sumeru akar. So the Jagannath cart is made every year with a special kind of wood, and then that cart is ready, and on the day of the Rath Yatra, beautiful canopies cover that Rath. Rathera sajani. By seeing the decoration, dekhi loke chamatkar, all the people were astonished to see its beauty. Navahe mamaya ratha sumeru akar. The Rath of Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra appeared to be newly made of gold. It was shining just like gold, and it was as high as Mount Sumeru. And Prabhupada mentions in his purport a very famous statement that in the gorgeous Rath Yatra festival in London, the car was brought to Trafalgar Square. And in the Guardian newspaper, there was a photo caption which said, ISKCON Rath Yatra is rival to Nelson Column in Trafalgar Square. And so Prabhupada says in this purport, just as residents of Puri compared the Rath cart to Mount Sumeru, the residents of London considered the car rival to the Nelson Monument. Shata Shata Suchamara Darpane Ujjwal Upare Pataka Shobhe Chandodaye Nirmal. So now it is described that hundreds of small chamaras were hung around this Rath, and on top was a beautiful flag on each of the chariots. Ghaghara kinkini baje ghantar kwanit nana chitra patta vastre ratha vibhushit. And so there were small bells on all sides, and by the movement of the winds, those combined sound of those bells was creating a very auspicious sound. Nana chitta patra vastre ratha vibhushit. And the entire Rath was decorated with various decorated, painted silken garments. Ghantara Kwanit, and the Pandas, they have this gong, and they use a wooden stick and strike on the gong in various musical combinations, which is very attractive to hear. And so once Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra were in the chariot, at a certain point of time, the Rath Yatra begins. So for those of you who have not been personally there, typically the Pandi of Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra coming out, that begins early in the morning by 8 o'clock, 8:30. By the time Jagannath comes to the Rath, it is usually 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock. And then all the other ceremonies happen. And typically you may be wondering, what is the delay for? And you ask any of them there, they'll say, Jagannath is taking his own sweet time. So one time there was one district collector who was appointed there in Puri, and he thought that I am going to change this whole system. And so he decided that he will make a proper roster of who will do what duties, what time Jagannath will come, everything will be organized. I will revolutionize the whole Rath Yatra. So Baldev came on time, Subhadra Maiya came on time, and then when Jagannath ji came, so there is a ramp which takes the Jagannath deities to the top of the Rath. So Jagannath just sank on that ramp and slept on that ramp and would not get up. And all the Pandas and the Pujaris were trying to pull him. Nothing would happen. And so they called this district magistrate, and he came and he said, "What happened?" They said, "You are going to create history. Many years the Rath Yatra has got delayed, but this year looks like, thanks to your efforts, the Rath Yatra will not begin only." So he got totally bewildered and he started begging Lord Jagannath to forgive him. And then the Pujaris told him, "Call the king. He will offer special prayer and maybe the Lord will listen." So special offering was made and Aarti was done by the king. The king prayed to Jagannath and said, "So many officers will come and make so many rules. Dear Jagannath, don't take it too seriously. We are all waiting for the Rath to move. Please come. The Rath is waiting for you." And as soon as he said that, and then the Pandas, they pulled, Jagannath ji came on the Rath. And so we find that then at a certain point, the police, there's a whole army of policemen, and they start pulling the ropes forward. And as soon as the ropes are given in front, typically on that day, in that one road itself, in Jagannath Puri, like I have attended so many Rath Yatras in Jagannath Puri for so many years, at least 1.5 to 2.5 million people assemble in that one road in that period. They are there till night, and next day the whole city, town becomes again empty. From where they come, where they go, nobody knows. But till a certain point, all the Raths are there and the police cordon them off, and only if you have a VIP pass you can come in. And outside the crowds are pushing against the barricades, wanting to come in. And the moment when the rope comes out of Baldev ji, so now the rope has to be sent all the way into the crowds. That is where the barricade first opens. And when that barricade opens, the madness which engulfs that arena has to be experienced. It cannot be explained. It's like thousands of people just come in and they grab that rope. And if you're lucky enough to survive that, then you can manage to maybe touch some part of the rope. And you have to be prepared for the feet to be crushed by so many shoes, by so many people. But one can only participate in that Rath Yatra when you are completely intoxicated in the mood of serving Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra by taking them forward. And so, at this point, Jagannath ji sits on that chariot and then he looks in both directions. Today, on both sides, there are shops and the ambience is not as attractive as it was 500 years ago, where there were only forests and beautiful gardens on both sides, lined with palm trees and flower-bearing and fruit-bearing trees. And now you have an asphalt tar road, but that time there was a road which had fine sand dust particles. Sukshma shweta balu pathe puline rasama duidike tota sab jena Vrindavan. So as Jagannath ji starts on that chariot, duidike tota sab, Jagannath ji looks on both sides and Jena Vrindavan. He sees Vrindavan. He sees I'm walking through the groves of Vrindavan and going to go and meet Radharani in Gundicha. Rathe chadi Jagannath Korilagaman Dui Parshve dekhi chale Ananditaman. And so, seeing both sides, Jagannath, while moving, is actually in great ecstasy. He is anticipating his entry into Vrindavan. And so there were these pullers of the cart before. When Mahaprabhu was there at that time, they were known as the Gauda. Gauda Sabarath Tane Korya Ananda, and they started pulling Kshane Kshigra Chale Rath, Kshane Chale Manda. And so sometimes the Rath would move fast, sometimes the Rath would move slow, and the Rath does not have any steering wheel. Just like we have in our ISKCON Rath Yatra carts, we have a steering wheel. There is no steering wheel. And the whole system is only by managing the length of the rope, one actually pushes the entire Rath either on this side or that side. And there are those who are expertly handling this for decade after decade. And so at one point of time, it will appear that the chariot is going somewhere else. But then the ones who are managing it know very well how much rope to release on the right side, how much rope to release on the left side, and accordingly, then they will control that. And when the Rath starts moving, the sound of the wheels is a once in a lifetime experience to hear. It makes such an amazing sound. It is just like if time personified had some sound, it would be like that. And then they have a wooden plank which they use as a brake, and they just put it and it arrests the movement of the wheels of that chariot. And hundreds of devotees, when they are pulling in that crowd, you can hardly breathe. So many people faint, and then ambulance comes in, takes people away. Especially when the Navakalevar happened 3 years ago, it was really intense. Every year is intense, but that year was so intense that it was difficult to complete the entire Rath Yatra pulling on the ropes. And so sometimes the Rath would take up pace. So typically it starts at 3:30, 4 o'clock, and most of the time nowadays the Rath does not reach Gundicha on the same day. So whatever stage the Rath reaches on that day, they stop the Rath there, they put various lamps, and then they wait for the next day. So this darshan of Jagannath on the Rath is considered very special, because the Lord is in his most merciful mood when the Lord is on the Rath. Till 2 years ago or 3 years ago, they used to allow devotees and all the pilgrims or anybody to climb on the Rath and embrace Lord Jagannath also. But recently, last 3 to 4 years, that practice has been stopped. And when Lord Jagannath is on that chariot, he is in a state of great ecstasy, anticipating to meet Srimati Radharani. Kshane sthira hoya ratha chanile hana chale, Ishwara ichhaya chale, na chalit karu bale. So Kaviraj Goswami says that when the Rath is moving, kshane sthira hoya, sometimes it would stop, tani le na chale, and even if you pull the Rath, it would not move. Why? Ishwara ichhaya chale. The Rath is moving by the Lord's will, na chale karu bale, and it is not moving by anybody's physical prowess and power. And in this way, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu organizes his devotees in various kirtan groups. So this is a very beautiful description where Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu forms 7 kirtan groups. In each kirtan group, there is a lead singer, there is a lead dancer, and there are 2 mridang players in each kirtan group. So in the first kirtan group, Advaita Acharya is the lead dancer and Swarup Damodar Goswami is the lead singer. In the second kirtan group, Nityananda Prabhu is the lead dancer and Srivas Thakur is the lead singer. In the third kirtan group, Haridas Thakur is the lead dancer and Mukunda is the lead singer. In the fourth kirtan group, Vakreshwar Pandit is the lead dancer and Govinda Ghosh is the lead singer. So these are 4 parties which are in front of the Rath. Then Mahaprabhu organizes 2 parties of Sankirtan on both sides of the Rath. On one side is the devotees from Shantipur with Achyutananda, the son of Advaita, as the lead dancer. On the other side of the Rath are the devotees from Kulina Gram with Ramananda and Satyaraj as the lead dancers. And behind the Rath, you have residents of Sri Khandagram led by, the lead dancing being led by Narhari Prabhu and Raghunandan. So, this is the overall arrangement which Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu makes for all of the Kirtan parties. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu expands himself into each one of those Kirtan parties. And Mahaprabhu gives indication to the lead singers to start singing. Vaishnaver megha ghataye hoila badal, Kirtana anande sab varshe netra jal. And as the Kirtan, tumultuous Kirtan in all the 7 parties of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's devotees begin, Vaishnaver megha ghataye hoila badal, all the Vaishnavas' eyes appear to be like clouds, and Kirtana anande sab varshe netra jal. As soon as the tumultuous Kirtan began, it appeared that the clouds were pouring rains of tears from their eyes. Tribhuvana bhari uthe kirtanera dhvani, anyavadyadira dhvani kichui na shuni. And that Kirtan was so tumultuous that one cannot imagine that the sound of the Kirtan filled up the space of the entire 3 worlds. And the sound was so loud that Anya Vadyadira Dhvani, nobody could hear the sound of any of the instruments of music. Anya Vadyadira Dhvani Kichui Nashuni. And at this point, King Prataprudra Maharaj was given the 3rd installment of mercy. He could see Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in each one of those 7 Kirtan groups. Prataprudra Maharaj was in ecstasy. He just could not contain himself. He had to share this with someone. He catches hold of Kashi Mishra, the head priest, and he says, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in all the Kirtan groups. I can see. Kashi Mishra kohe Raja Prabhur Mahima. Kashi Mishra kahe Tomar bhagyer nahi seema. Kashi Mishra smiles and says, O king, you are very fortunate. Why? Jare tar kripa se jani bharatore, kripa bina brahmadika jani bar nare. O king, you do not know how fortunate you are that you are getting an opportunity to witness Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's intimate esoteric pastime of expanding in the 7 Kirtan groups. Nobody is able to see that. Only a few privileged personalities have been allowed entrance into this pastime. Why? Jare tar kripa, on whom Mahaprabhu gives mercy. Say jani bharatore, they only can understand this pastime. Kripa bina brahmadik jani bar nare. Without kripa, without mercy, even Brahma cannot understand this. Rajar tuchha seva dekhi, prabhur tushta man, seito prasade paila, rahasya darshan. Rajar tuchha seva dekhi. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had become very pleased by seeing the menial service of Pratapratar Maharaj. Rajar tuchha seva dekhi prabhur tushta man. Because he had become so satisfied with Pratapratar Maharaj's menial service. He had become satisfied with Pratapratar Maharaj not wanting to assert his qualification based on his position, based on his royalty, based on his power. Mahaprabhu was pleased with his patience and tolerance. Seito prasade paila rahasya darshan. Therefore, the process of Krishna consciousness may appear to be extremely stringent, but the rewards which the Lord reveals over a period of time are exceedingly sweet and sublime, and therefore it is worth the patience and the tolerance. Sakshate na deya dekha parokshe to daya ke bujhite pare chaitanya chandrer maya. Mahaprabhu did not give direct darshan to Pratapratar Maharaj, but he indirectly allowed him entry, thus bringing him still closer to him. One more installment of mercy he gave. And therefore we should know that in our onward journey in Krishna consciousness, we should not expect that suddenly out of the blue, the full blast of mercy will come. The Lord keeps revealing opportunities. When He is pleased with us, He actually presents opportunities in front of us. If we are unable to recognize that opportunity and take advantage of that opportunity, we lose that particular moment to come closer to the Lord. Therefore, he says, both Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and Kashi Mishra were astonished by Mahaprabhu's causeless mercy. And so now a very beautiful incident happens where Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is chanting verse after verse from the scriptures, looking at Lord Jagannath, and he is in trance, he is in ecstasy. And as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is chanting these verses, singing kirtan, moving around like a whirlwind, at that time, all the devotees surround Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and they are drinking the nectar of the darshan of Mahaprabhu's beautiful nritya. Nrityaveshe Srinivasa kichhoe na jani, bar bar thelete ho, krodha hoila mane. So as Mahaprabhu is in ecstasy dancing, his kirtan is being witnessed by devotees, and Pratapratar Maharaj comes closer. And Pratapratar Maharaj expresses an intense eagerness to see Mahaprabhu's brilliant dancing a little more closer. But right in front of Pratapratar Maharaj is Shrivas Thakur. And he is completely absorbed, oblivious to anybody around him and behind him. And so as Pratapratar Maharaj is trying to look over the shoulder of Shrivas Thakur, one of the ministers of King Prataprudra, whose name is Harichandan, he wants to assist his master, and he thinks Shrivas Thakur should move a little bit on the side and allow King Prataprudra to see Mahaprabhu's direct darshan. So he kind of taps Srivas Thakur on the back. Srivas Thakur is unaware. Again he taps. So Srivas Thakur thinks, okay, maybe somebody is, brushing against my shoulder. Then again, Harichandan really shakes him up. And at that time, Srivas Thakur, absorbed in the ecstasy of watching Mahaprabhu's dance, he becomes transcendently angry. He turns around and in one swift motion, slaps Harichandan on his face. Jhapad Maria Tare Koila Harichandan Koila Nibaran Jhapad Khaiya Krudha Koila Harichandan. So he gives a slap and Harichandan becomes very angry that how dare he slap me? And at that time Harichandan is about to speak. Prataparudra Maharaj stops Harichandan and says, Bhagyavana tumi ihar hasta sparsha hoila amar bhagye nahi tumi kritartha hoila. He says, Oh Harichandan, you are so fortunate that you have received the grace of a devotee. I am not so fortunate. And so the Rath stands at that place and there is a competition going on between Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Jagannath ji. Mahaprabhu is pulling Jagannath in front, but when he starts dancing, Jagannath stops to witness the transcendently attractive and super excellent dance of Mahaprabhu. Ei mata gaura shyame dohe thela theli swarather shyame rakhe gaura mahabali. Ei mata gaura shyame, both Mahaprabhu and Lord Jagannath, dohe thela theli, they are having a transcendental competition. Swarathe shyame re rakhe Gaura Mahabali. And at that time, Jagannath ji is in ecstasy watching Mahaprabhu's Kirtan. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, right in front of Jagannath, repeatedly chants a verse which appears to be a mundane verse. Yah kaumara sa eva hivara ta eva chaitra kshapas te chonmilita malati surabhaya praudha kadambanila sa chaivamsi tathapi tatra surata vyapara lila vidhau reva rodhasi vetasi tarutale cheta samutkanthate. The essence of this verse is a lady is telling her husband that these are the same moonlit, these are the same moonlit nights of the month of Chaitra. The fragrance of Malati is still here. The same sweet breezes are blowing in from the Kadamba forest. I am the same lover, but my mind is not happy here. I am eager to go back to that place on the bank of the Reva river under the Vetasi tree. So it appears that a couple is remembering their good old days when their love affair had begun and everything appeared to be so attractive and so sweet. And now, with change in circumstance, change in situation, over a period of time, that same feelings and experiences are no longer there. And so it appears that a lady is complaining to her husband or paramour about this, that with change in time, with change in place, with change in circumstance, even that experience has changed. It's no longer as sweet as it used to be. So everybody was wondering, why is Mahaprabhu chanting what appears to be a very mundane verse? And so, Ei shloka Mahaprabhu pade bar bar swarup vina artha keh na jane ihar except Swarup Damodar Goswami, nobody could understand the meaning of this verse. And what is the meaning of this verse? It is basically Srimati Radharani who is experiencing suffering in separation from Krishna. Evam bruvana virahatura bhrisham vrajastriya Krishna vishakta manasa visrijya lajja rurudusma susmaran Govinda damodar madhaveti. When Akrura comes to Vrindavan and takes away Krishna and Balram, the gopis have been secretly maintaining their relationship with Krishna, and they have never been seen in public expressing their outpouring of affection and love. But now when they see that Krishna is leaving, they cannot hold themselves back. They come out in the streets, they run behind the chariot, and they are crying to Krishna. Vrajastriya Krishna Vishakta Manasa. Their minds are filled with Krishna. Visrijya Lajja, giving up all shame, all social barriers. Rurudus Masusmaran, and they start crying out, O Govinda, O Damodar, O Madhav. And they run behind the chariot till the last point of the boundary of Braja. And that place is known as Vidyuta Sthali, where it appeared that the gopis were standing as if struck by lightning, in shock that Krishna has left Vrindavan. It is said that a lightning does not hit the same place twice. But in Vrindavan, it hit that place twice because the gopis, they were standing there as if struck by lightning, but with the hope that Nanda Maharaj will bring Krishna back. So when Nanda Maharaj and cowherd boys go to see Krishna's wrestling match with Kamsa, and then Kamsa is killed, and then after a few days, Nanda Maharaj and the Gopas come back, being told by Krishna, you all go back, I will return after some time. So when the gopis see the empty chariots returning without Krishna, it appears as if the lightning has hit them again the second time. And therefore, from that moment onwards, the gopis, they pass through the greatest tests in their love for Krishna. Just like there are instruments to test the quality of our health, the quality of our heart, the quality of our blood. There are methods to test someone's knowledge and competence. There are tests to understand the purity of gold. Like that, there are tests to estimate the quality of love. Love is tested by two things: separation and uncertainty. And therefore, Krishna, by leaving Vrindavan suddenly, without giving any advance notice, plunged the gopis into an ocean of separation and uncertainty. When someone knows for sure that yes, this is going to happen, you can still tolerate, you can reconcile. But what really makes it difficult is the uncertainty. Krishna may come because he has made a promise, I will return. And so in that mood of the gopis of Vrindavan, then the gopis go to Kurukshetra when Krishna has come there along with his armies. And when Srimati Radharani sees Krishna in a royal paraphernalia, whatever hope she had, she loses that also, because she does not like to see Krishna as a warrior. She wants to reciprocate with Krishna as a cowherd boy. And therefore, she is not looking for what I can get from Krishna. She is not excited to see Krishna displaying symptoms of opulence. That, oh, Krishna is a king. Oh, he has chariots. He has elephants. He is wearing all kinds of precious jewels. He has arms. He's powerful. Fantastic. Krishna has come a long way since the time he left Vrindavan. I'm excited. No. Srimati Radharani simply wants exchange of love with Krishna. And therefore, she is concerned with Krishna and not what Krishna can offer. And so she says, Avasheshe Radha Krishna kore nivedan, say tumi say ami, say navasangam. Radharani, she is expressing to Krishna in Kurukshetra, hey Krishna, you are the same Krishna. Say to me, say ami. And I am the same Radha. We are meeting again after so many years. But you know what? I am not very happy here in Kurukshetra. Tathapi amar man hore Vrindavan, Vrindavane uday karao apana charan. Krishna, my mind is enchanted by the ambience of Vrindavan. This is a battlefield. The ambience here is conducive for a battle, not for exchange of love. And therefore, Iha lokaranya hathi, ghoda ratha dhvani, taha pushparanya, bringa pikanada suni. Here there are elephants, horses, chariots, and the rattling of all of this sound. But there in Vrindavan, there is sound of the bees, the parrots, and the peacocks. Iha raja vesha sab, Iha raja vesha sange sab kshatriyagan, taha gopa vesha sange murali vadan. Here you are surrounded by kshatriyas, but I want you to be surrounded by cowherd boys and playing upon your flute. Braje tomar sange, jai sukha aswadan, sei sukha samudrer iha, nahi ek kan. Radharani is saying, oh Krishna, the kind of ocean of bliss I experience in your association in Vrindavan, I am not experiencing even a drop of that ecstasy here in Kurukshetra. Amalaya punalila karah Vrindavane, tabe amar manavancha hoito purane. Only when you come to Vrindavan will all my heart's desires be fulfilled. And therefore, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is reciting and speaking in the mood of Srimati Radharani, because the entire Rath Yatra pastime was then conducted by the gopis. When they saw Srimati Radharani in that state of hopelessness, they constructed a mental chariot and they placed Krishna in that chariot and brought Krishna from Kurukshetra to Vrindavan. And when Srimati Radharani in that state of hopelessness sees anybody trying to help her in bringing Krishna closer to the bhav and the rasa, which she can reciprocate with Krishna as Shyam Sundar Nandanandan, Srimati Radharani becomes so filled with ecstasy and gratitude towards that person that she just profusely blesses that person like anything. And therefore, when anybody touches that rope, simply by touching that rope, Srimati Radharani's unlimited grace comes upon that person. And therefore, Srila Prabhupada, he took such an esoteric, transcendental pastime, which is an ancient, tradition in India, in Orissa, in Jagannath Puri, and brought it to each and every prominent town across the whole world and allowed all kinds of people who have no idea about the background of Jagannath and these esoteric exchanges, but gave them an opportunity to receive the shower of Srimati Radharani's mercy, even on day one. Anyera hridaya man mora man Vrindavan mane vane eka kori mani. Mahaprabhu is then starting to chant in the mood of Srimati Radharani. And he says, Vrindavan Govardhan Yamuna Pulinavan Sei Kunje Rasa Dikalila Sei Brajer Brajajan Mata Pita Bandhugan Bada Chitra Kemane Pasarila. He says, O Krishna, you have left Govardhan, you have left Vrindavan, you do not remember Yamuna, you do not remember the forests. What about the Brajavasis? What about mother? What about father? Say Brajer Brajajan Mata Pita Bandhugan Bada Chitra Kemane Pasarila. How could you forget all of them? It's astonishing. How have you forgotten? Is it because you are hard-hearted? In the mood of Radharani, Mahaprabhu says, Vidagdha mridu satgun Sushila snigdha karun Tabe je tomar tumi tomar nahi doshabhas Tabe je tomar man nahe smare brajajan Se amara durdaiva vilas. Radharani says, come on Krishna, how can I accuse you of being hard-hearted? I know the Shastras say Krishna is Vidagdha, refined gentleman, Mridu, very soft-spoken, Sadguna, having all the good qualities, Sushila, he is very well behaved, Snigdha, he is very soft-hearted, Karuna, he is very merciful. Are the Shastras are quoting hundreds of times about Krishna's divine qualities. Tumi tomar nahi doshabhas. And so, if your heart is glorified in the scriptures as the softest and the most compassionate, and in that heart and in that mind, remembrance of Brajavasis did not come, it is not your fault, because you are compassion personified. Shastras say, if I question that, I will be against Shastra, it will be demoniac. Therefore, what is the reason that you did not remember the Brajavasis so long? Tabeje to maraman nahi smare brajajan se amara durdaiva vilas. It is actually our misfortune. Our destiny was like that. You can never be at fault because Shastras are glorifying you. You are supreme. You are the compassion personified. The fault can only be with us. But Nagani apna dukh dekhi brajeshwari mukh braja janer hridaya bidare kiba jiao braje asi kiba mara brajvasi kiba jiao braje asi kena jiao dukha sahebare. I am not saying that you come back to Vrindavan for my sake. Dekhi Brajeshwari Mukh. From the moment you have left Vrindavan, Yashoda Mai has started crying, and the torrential rivers of tears have created a permanent impression on her cheeks. Look at her face. And Brajajane kabhu nahi bhai. They cannot experience anything positive in Vrindavan in your absence. Brajajaner hridaya bidare. Their heart is broken. Therefore, I request you, you do one of the two things. Kiba mara brajevasi, kiba jiao brajeyasi. You can at least declare, I am not going to come. I made a false promise. I made a show of love towards all of you. You just speak like that, we will automatically die. Or you come and revive us. But what has kept us alive is that hope, because of the words which you spoke, I will come one day. Kena jiao dukha sahe bare. And in this way, this beautiful pastime continues. And at some point, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, while singing and kirtan, suddenly falls on the ground. And at that point, Prataprutra Maharaj immediately puts his hand to save Mahaprabhu from falling. And Mahaprabhu sees that and he says, Raja dekhi Mahaprabhu kore nadhikar, chi chi vishayira sparsha, hoila amar. Mahaprabhu gets up and he sees Prataparudra Maharaj and says, Chi, I have been touched by a materialistic person. But this is actually Mahaprabhu giving him the next installment of mercy by allowing him to touch him. Now the Rath stops at Balagandi. Mahaprabhu and the devotees enter into Jagannath Vallabh garden. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya immediately instructs Prataparudra Maharaj, change into Vaishnav dress, go like a simple normal devotee, not in with royal paraphernalia, and go and massage Mahaprabhu's feet and sing the Gopi Geet. Sarvabhauma upadeshe chhadi rajavesh, ekale Vaishnava beshe, korila pravesh. On the instruction of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Prataparudra Maharaj takes the chance, enters inside and starts massaging and starts singing Gopi Geet. Sab bhaktera gyanila jod hat hoya, Prabhu pad dhori pad sahas dhuriya. So he got that, strength by praying to the devotees and being blessed by the devotees. And then he started singing the Gopi Geet. Jayati te dhikam janmana braja shrayata indira shashvadatrahi. Krishna, from the time he appeared in Vrindavan, increased the opulence of Vrindavan by his presence there. And when he comes to the shloka, Tava kathamritam tapta jivanam kavibhiriditam kalmashapaham, at that time Mahaprabhu jumps up in ecstasy, embraces Prataparudra Maharaj and starts shouting, Bhurida, Bhurida. And he says, Tume more dile bahu amulya ratan, Mora kichu dite nahi, dilu alingan. Mahaprabhu says, you have given me such precious jewels. I have nothing to give you except my embrace. Purva seva dekhi tare, kripa upajila, anusandhan vina kripa, prasada korila. Mahaprabhu had already noted the previous service done by Prataparudra Maharaj of sweeping as a menial servant, and Mahaprabhu had decided, I will give mercy. We cannot estimate and judge which service done by us has captured the Lord's heart. Many times we may feel that a service which I do with great expertise and which is part of my skill sets, that is what will please the Lord. Mahaprabhu is turning the tables upon us and is saying, no, sweeping in front of Jagannath is not Prataparudra Maharaj's core skill set. But he performed that with humility that touched Mahaprabhu's heart. Eidekha chaitanyera kripa mahabal, tar anusandhan vina karaye safal. This is the mercy and grace of Mahaprabhu. Let us not judge any devotee based on their external skill sets, external expertise, because we never know what kind of offering of love from the deepest core of the heart by a devotee will please the Lord. And therefore, Tara Anusandhan Vina Karai Safal. Without any introduction, Mahaprabhu gave him his causeless mercy. And therefore, Prabhupada says, one has to be noticed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and a little service with sincere efforts will convince the Lord that one is a proper candidate for returning back home, back to Godhead. Mahaprabhu says to Prataparudra Maharaj, Prabhu kahe ke tumi karila morahet, achambite asi piyao, Krishna lila amrit. Who are you? Please tell me. And why you are giving me so much of nectar of Harikatha? Raja kahe ami tomar, dasera das, bhrityera bhritya kar, kei mora ash. He says, my dear Lord, I am the servant of your servant. I have no other aspiration than to be your servant. And all the devotees who have been praying and making efforts for so many months to bring Prataparudrara Maharaj close to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and make him recipient of Lord Chaitanya's mercy, they burst in ecstasy seeing this most emotionally surcharged transcendental scene of Mahaprabhu embracing Prataparudrara Maharaj and inundating him with pure love of Krishna. Prataparudrara bhagya dekhi bhakta gane rajar prashamse sabe anandita mane. All of them start glorifying Prataparudrara Maharaj, and their hearts are filled with genuine ecstasy. And Prabhupada mentions that when a devotee receives the Lord's mercy, one should not feel envious but should feel blissful, because that person has received the mercy and strength of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then the Rath Yatra continues from there, and then there is a detailed description about how when the Rath reaches the Gundicha temple, in a fantastic procession, Jagannath ji is brought inside. The Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra deities are brought inside the Gundicha temple and kept there. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in ecstasy for the next 9 days when Jagannath is in Gundicha. Because Krishna is in Vrindavan, Mahaprabhu is pacified. And there are detailed descriptions about the kirtans and the prasadam which Mahaprabhu has with all the devotees through those 9 days, celebrating Krishna's return from Kurukshetra back to Vrindavan, represented by Lord Jagannath moving in the chariot from Jagannath temple and coming to the Gundicha temple. We are grateful to His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada that by his vision and desire, Jagannath deities are all over the world. Jagannath Rath Yatra happens in so many cities across the world. Last year around the same time, I was fortunate to be with all of you in New York City, celebrating the most famous Jagannath Rath Yatra in Fifth Avenue. This year, things are a little different, but still, we in our meditation are participating in this eternally happening Jagannath Rath Yatra and aspiring for the mercy and the grace of Lord Jagannath and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Thank you all very much for giving me patient hearing over the last 3 days. Hare Krishna.
RG Media YouTube channel. Like, share, subscribe.